International Folklore Festival Ships a Sailing In. In July of every second year, Klaipeda hosts a traditional international folklore festival, Ships a Sailing In. The title reflects lexical uniqueness of Lithuania Minor, and, if translated literally, the title would run, Ashore She Comes. In the coastal regions of the Baltic and the Curonian Lagoon, the meaning of the word to come uniquely stands for to sail a ship or a boat. Through generations, the meaning has been preserved and cherished in the songs by the local folk. From Ven to Cape, ashore comes she, with loads of gold and silver sheets. This piece of lore has become an opening song to the festival in Klaipeda, a 4-day haven of tradition. The festival unfolds an exclusive blossom of unique music making, singing, traditional dance, and costumes from around the world. It also features artifacts of local music, song, dance, arts and crafts, exclusive to Klaipeda and other ethnic regions of the country. Klaipeda Old Town, the heart of the city, bashes with rhythms of tradition, while summer heat gets quenched with waves of folklore. Being one of the biggest folklore events in the west of Lithuania, Ships a Sailing In is a UNESCO member of International Council of Organizations of Folklore Festivals and Folk Arts. It is organized by Ethnocultural Center of Klaipėda Municipality. Since 1992, the festival has welcomed folk groups from countries such as Sweden, Finland, the United States of America, India, Poland, Croatia, Hungary, Latvia, Czech Republic, Ukraine, Greece, England, Turkey, Russia, Italy, Portugal, Belgium, Slovakia, Mexico, Germany, and Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Was a good old man, he lived below the mill. Julie had 2 daughters and a 40-gallon still. One gal watched the boiler, the other watched the valve. Mama corked the bottles while Dooley fetched them out. Dooley slipping up the holler, Dooley trying to make $1. Dooley, give me a swallow and I'll pay you back someday. Dooley slipping up the holler, Dooley trying to make $1. Dooley, give me a swallow and I'll pay you back someday.
The festival boasts top unique folklore groups of Lithuanian ethnic regions, some of which have been nominated as Best of the Kind and have received the Aukso Paukšte Awards, which are equivalent to the Oscars in folklore. Klaipėda Fair turns the city into a genuine bustle of traditional arts and crafts and culinary heritage. At the fair, Klaipėda citizens and guests enjoy the craftsmanship of local and national masters and may purchase an array of knickknacks as well as culinary masterpieces. The well-known smoked haggis, rye breads, wheat pastries, delicate cheese varieties, tree cakes, rare lagers and sweet ales of the oldest tradition, to name but a few, will certainly please the palate of many a visitor to the fair. All that mixed with tons of live folk band performances, a good dash of hands-on trades history, a sprinkle of market gossip, and a minute spent in the traditional coffee-drinking ritual kafia, has made the fair a melting pot, and the festival a major cultural event both locally and internationally. Warm festival nights powered by concerts full of sight and sound have brought cultures together of different country, period and generation. Festival skies harbour resemblances of neighbouring nations and amazing uniqueness of remote world cultures expressed in the performances of folk bands and ensembles. Klaipėda city becomes crowned with the most precious gems of authenticity and uniqueness coming from the repertoire of every band and group participating in the festival. Near water shows are some of the most outstanding performances. A few dozen bands line up from as far as the northern pier along the Danny River to articulate their folk messages, and all together they swirl into a wave of song, dance and music making. Let alone the traditional night of rocking dance and swaying song by the participants who take a ferry around the lagoon in the sunset. With every festival unfolding, creative workshops have too unwrapped in versatile colors, luring appearances not only from experts in ethnography, but also spectators intrigued by the curiosities of local tradition, and particularly so, acts performed by guest countries, followed by academic presentations. Creative workshops featured demonstrations of mono and polyvocal, olden modes of singing, voice formation techniques, as well as steps and moves of old traditional dances. As the workshops are fully hands-on, onlookers are always curious to try a foreign musical instrument or to touch a fold from an ancient costume whose color, decorative element, their types, their names and functions are significant to both the professional expert, artist, or any clothing designer.
On the west of the hammer, we have the floor.
The workshops have always presented the history of Lithuanian costume, followed by individual specimens of separate Baltic tribes explaining the roots of such garments, including pieces of decor or even items of weaponry, ways of their restoration, development and production techniques. Above all, the festival Ships A-Sailing In shelters a buzzy children's afternoon, which is held in a most cozy courtyard of the old town. Filled with country games, songs, dances and all sorts of traditional entertainment, the courtyard becomes a most joyful playground for the kids. They are taught how to sing, dance, play music, and even make their own toys in the olden ways. No kid is too small or too big for this workshop. Those interested in the history of lifestyle can watch and take part in the programs of performing crafts and trades, which reveal acts and facts of ancient chores, such as ash lye boiling, laundry beetling against a battling block, and other authentic customs of manual labor. And when the sun sets, cobblestone streets and courts will get filled with vigorous traditional dance, accompanied by the finest Lithuanian and guest countries' music bands, where every spectator gets drawn into the circles of mad and bustling dance. The traditional dance nights of the festival are called Vožinis, taking the title from an archaic word of Lithuania Minor, meaning a youth night of dance, fun and entertainment. And indeed, no less than that, Vožinis nights are renowned for their vigor, youth and temper. Folks will strike their feet in circles, squares, lines and alone till early hours of the morning. The best and most active dancers will win awards and special prizes. Having survived the heat of this summer, folklore festival Ships A-Sailing In will continue coming ashore of Klaipėda city over and over again, every second year bringing ethnic artifacts of world cultures, testifying endless examples of traditional folklore, and presenting archival depths of authentic tradition of Lithuania Minor.
Eikš bernytė, aš jums